Parisian Art Deco is often associated with glamour, geometric patterns, polished metals, rich colors, and luxurious materials. But beneath those recognizable details lies a much more sophisticated design philosophy. The true strength of Art Deco is not decoration for decoration's sake. It is the careful relationship between architecture, proportion, craftsmanship, and atmosphere. In Parisian apartments, luxury often feels effortless because the design does not depend on excessive objects or obvious displays of wealth. Instead, beauty emerges through carefully selected details that work together naturally. This creates an interior that feels elegant immediately, yet continues revealing its character the longer you spend inside it. The concept of quiet luxury becomes especially interesting when viewed through the Parisian approach. A luxurious interior does not necessarily need enormous rooms, expensive furniture, or dramatic ornamentation. It can communicate refinement through the quality of a doorway, the proportions of a chair, the texture of a fabric, or the way natural light moves across a polished surface. Art Deco provides a framework for these details by emphasizing balance and visual clarity. The result is an environment where luxury feels integrated into everyday living rather than placed on display. Geometry is one of the most recognizable foundations of Art Deco. Unlike purely decorative styles, Art Deco often uses geometric forms to organize the visual experience of a room. Curves, circles, arches, rectangles, stepped shapes, symmetrical arrangements, and repeated lines can create rhythm without making an interior feel chaotic. In a sophisticated Parisian setting, these forms are usually introduced selectively. A geometric mirror, patterned rug, sculptural chair, or architectural light fixture may be enough to establish the design language without turning the room into a historical recreation. Proportion is equally important. A room can contain beautiful furniture and still feel uncomfortable if the scale is incorrect. Art Deco interiors demonstrate how furniture should relate to architecture and to other objects around it. A substantial sofa may be balanced by lighter side tables, while a large artwork might require enough surrounding wall space to feel important. These relationships create visual hierarchy. When everything has the same level of visual importance, the eye becomes overwhelmed. When some pieces are allowed to dominate while others remain supportive, the room develops rhythm and sophistication. Materials are central to understanding why Art Deco interiors feel luxurious. Instead of depending entirely on decorative objects, the style allows materials themselves to become part of the visual experience. Wood, marble, glass, metal, stone, velvet, lacquer, and textured fabrics each contribute different qualities. The key is contrast. A smooth stone surface becomes more interesting beside warm wood. Reflective glass feels richer beside matte textiles. Metal details can add subtle brightness against darker finishes. When these materials are layered thoughtfully, the room gains depth without requiring excessive decoration. Wood plays an especially important role because it introduces warmth into an otherwise structured aesthetic. Rich timber can soften geometric furniture and reflective surfaces, while parquet flooring adds pattern directly into the architecture. The natural variation of wood grain also creates an organic counterpoint to Art Deco's precise lines. This is why authentic materials can make an interior feel established and timeless. Their subtle imperfections prevent the room from appearing overly manufactured. Even in contemporary homes, incorporating natural wood can immediately make a polished design feel more welcoming and livable. Color in Art Deco can range from dramatic jewel tones to sophisticated neutrals, but timeless Parisian interiors often depend on balance rather than intensity. Deep green, navy, burgundy, charcoal, cream, warm white, muted blue, and earthy brown can create a refined foundation. Stronger colors become more effective when surrounded by quieter tones. This allows a distinctive chair, artwork, rug, or decorative object to become a focal point without overwhelming the room. The most successful palette usually feels cohesive across multiple spaces, creating continuity from the entryway to the living room, dining area, and bedroom. Lighting transforms this entire approach after sunset. A room designed beautifully during daylight can lose its character if illuminated by one harsh overhead fixture. Art Deco interiors benefit from layered lighting that creates different levels of brightness and intimacy. Wall sconces, table lamps, floor lamps, pendants, and accent lighting can each establish a different atmosphere. Reflective surfaces such as mirrors, glass, marble, and polished metal become especially effective when they interact with soft illumination. Good lighting does not simply make a room visible, it reveals textures, emphasizes architecture, and creates emotional depth. The continuing appeal of Parisian Art Deco comes from its ability to adapt. You do not need to reproduce a 1920s interior literally to benefit from its principles. Modern furniture can coexist with vintage pieces, contemporary artwork can complement traditional architecture, and minimalist backgrounds can support carefully selected Art Deco accents. What matters is not historical accuracy but the underlying language of proportion, craftsmanship, material contrast, geometry, and restraint. This makes the style especially useful for modern apartments where homeowners want character without creating an overly themed environment. Perhaps the most valuable lesson is that timeless luxury comes from editing. Instead of filling every surface with decorative objects, choose fewer pieces and allow each one to have significance. Instead of purchasing an entire matching furniture collection, combine different forms that share similar proportions or materials. Instead of following every new color trend, create a palette that can evolve naturally. This approach makes an interior feel collected rather than manufactured. The home develops personality gradually, and that sense of authenticity is often more powerful than obvious extravagance.